What do you do when the silence get loud? When you lit the incense, pour the liberation, and you still feel left alone? Last month felt like I was going through Tartarus itself. I was dealing with so many things, and not gonna lie, that's why I wasn't really posting all of January. I'm deeply sorry, and I'm trying to get better at my communication. The one thing that was hitting greatly was that I was dealing with silence so loud, it just felt heavy. Now, a little bit more context: if you don't worship the Greek gods, the gods can go silent. What do I mean about this? It's a time period where, at least for me, everything just felt a lot more heavier and draining. The room feels colder, the altar stopped feeling like a portal. Now, depending on the person, this feeling can feel different. So, what did I do instead of being depressed in my bed? I sat down and actually started doing the research of why the gods fall silent. So, of course, you guys can thank me later. Okay, but before we get into anything big, let's pull back and let me ask you a question. Did you burn down a temple, commit a sin, or maybe being a little bit too cocky and prideful? No? Then the gods aren't mad at you. Let's just get that out the way. Now, when it comes to the gods aren't NPCs in the video game. They're not waiting for you to come around and press A so they can interact with you. They're ancient, complex beings with their own agendas. Just because they aren't answering your messages immediately does not mean they hate you. It just means that they're basically busy running the earth. They will go silent happily without thinking twice. And no one can change my mind on this fact. And from this research that I've been doing, and from what other Hellenics been saying, is that the gods will go silent on their most closest followers as well. And if you never felt the gods be silent on you, you're special. Let me give you a kiss on the okay. But also one more thing that I did not realize this, but some people never felt hurt or even seen the gods. I mean, I felt the gods touch my shoulder, maybe hug me even, but I never heard or seen them in a dream or heard a voice like how other Hellenics said. And frankly, if I did hear a voice, I was freaked the hell out. But why does this matter in the first place? Well, there are some people out there that works with the gods and never feel their presence at all, but they still choose to work and love the gods no matter what. Just because you don't feel a spark or you're not getting the signs like how you normally once did, doesn't mean the relationship is broken. At the end of the day, this is real life. You aren't always going to feel like you're in a Marvel movie. The gods will take their time to answer, send signs, or even show themselves. And since we're in the modern world and we're vastly different from the ancient Greeks, sometimes just doing the dishes or doing a little bit of self-care is worship of itself. So with this next section, we're going to go a little bit off of wham a little bit, because with this example that I wrote, I need to be thrown off the bridge, blinded. Let's look at the stores, farms, or even like shops around you and where you live. Now, there are some shops that are going to be open 24/7 every single day of the year. Some shops open during winter, while others only open during Halloween or even summer. The gods will go silent based off time of the year. For me, Apollo will normally go quiet during the winter while Hades gets stronger. Aphrodite and Apollo will become stronger during the summer and spring, while Hades normally becomes more silent and less active. And not gonna lie, this could just be the fact that you're in the spiritual winter, which perfectly blends with the next topic that I'm about to go over. Now, before you start panicking about divine punishment, do you check in with yourself? See how you're feeling? Have you been deeply depressed, stressed out, or going through some type of burnout? In the moment where we're feeling strong emotion, we forget about, I'm not saying this, the last time when I did, I got clowned in the comment section, but we forget about Lima and go straight to
my asthma.
Y'all think I'm actually joking, like I'm being so for real. Lima is the pollution that can affect a person or city. We as mortals are naturally polluted, so that's why we cleanse before we go to an altar. But that doesn't give the gods enough of a reason to punish us. Miasma is basically when you took in a life, or you done a sin, necessarily. While Lima is more of basic filth. But there's another term that we don't pay attention to, and it's a lot more forgotten than Lima. Well, it's depression, ADHD burnout, dehydration, lack of sleep, stress from work, school, or even just plain boredom. It feels the exact same. Heavy, disconnected, silent, but it has a cure and a reason. You don't need to apologize to Apollo because you're depressed, You don't need to purify your altar because you have Idishi paralysis. That isn't spiritual failing. That's just called being a human. So next time, before panicking and thinking Zeus had blocked your number, just sit down and just ask yourself, have I eaten today? Have I been sleeping good? Have I even drunk something? If not, go fix that immediately. What are you doing? But there's one last thing that they might go silent for, and it's the hardest one to hear. Sometimes they will go silent because you're using them as a crutch. Now, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. From what I heard from other Hellenics and seen this firsthand myself, if you are starting to rely on them a little bit too much, and I'm not saying doing rituals weekly or just, coming to them. I mean, when every small thing happens, you run to the gods. Like, it could be the fact that your cup spills water and you're looking at Poseidon. If you begin to use them as an emotional crush, they will trip you. Their silence aren't always them leaving you, but in fact, stepping back so you can learn to stand on your own 2 feet. Which, not gonna lie, I kind of thought that was cool. What do you do now since I brought this all up? Well, the most important thing is being way easier on yourself. Because, like I've been saying and repeating many times, the gods will go silent for many reasons. They have duties in Mount Olympus, your mental health, or they want you to stand on your own 2 feet. And due to this part, that is why it is so hard, because each Hellenic is different, and also each reason why the gods may fall silent is different. So it's a little bit difficult to kind of express all this in one video. And if I did, we will be here for an hour. This is exactly why it comes on to you to figure out what do you need in that moment? What do you need to feel better to get back to where you once was? I know for me, I've been hanging out with friends a lot more, completing personal goals, losing myself in my journal, and basically taking a full month break away from my channel. But hey, I came back better though. I came back better. I have a lot of videos planned out. I have a lot of topics I want to go over. Most importantly, I will be releasing my own Discord server. I've been very excited about it. It's been almost a whole year about setting it up. And I feel like it's time to give it to you guys, especially after when we hit 1K subscribers. Once again, thank you dearly. And I do believe that this will be a chance to give people either their own community where they can feel welcome, and also you guys get to talk to me. And just in case if I do go silent like how I did last month, I can easily voice it out. And once again, if you guys have anything to tell me in the comments, and I am actually having something bigger planned for the channel. And peace out, champions.